Hey guys, today I'm going to take on a controversial topic that I told you I would take on Instagram, and that is reptile husbandry and just overall reptile care and reptile myths. I'm going to try to debunk those myths for you guys. So based on things that you guys have submitted or things that I've heard while keeping reptiles, I'm going to go through a series of videos to discuss those myths. So, myth number one that was submitted and that I hear all the time. That snake is going to choke you and kill you. And or a famous variety would be, aren't you worried that your snake is going to eat you one day? So we're going to debunk this myth. Believe it or not, most normally when this comment gets stated is for my ball pythons, because I have them out a lot. So I'll be walking around at the park, or I'll have them out with me at the park, and someone will state, aren't you worried that one day that snake is going to decide to eat you? Or, more famously, if I have the snake like this, but aren't you worried that that snake is going to constrict you and kill you and eat you? That's normally how it's brought up. So we need to dive into why this is false. Reason number one, my snakes are fed very consistently on a scheduled basis, and I would say are probably fat and happy. This right here is Vixie. She is my hognose snake. She eats once a week, every week, and as long as a snake is fed, not hungry, is full, why would it want to eat me? It's continually getting food. It's continually eating. For what purpose does it have to eat me? You might say, well, some people aren't worried about the snake eating you, they're merely just worried that the snake is going to constrict you. So here we're going to have to talk about the reasons that snakes constrict. The purpose is to eat. The purpose is to kill prey so that they can eat. So if the snake has no intentions of eating me, which they don't, or my pets at least, pets don't, then they also, by the transitive property, have no reason to constrict me. The most constricting a pet snake is usually ever going to do is going to be this right here for holding on sake. To the point here, people are asking why my snake is not trying to kill me and why I'm not worried about my snake eating me. Here's one of my larger snakes, Ajax. I am not worried that Ajax is going to try and kill and eat me because of reason number two. Reason number two, snakes are known to eat large meals compared to their body size. That is a known fact. They do that. They're known to have mouths that open up very large in order to consume large prey. However, for the most part, snakes won't eat something that is bigger than 1.5 to 2 times their body size. If we look at Ajax and I am very clearly larger than 2 times his body size. Also, furthermore, even if Ajax is 6 feet long, his stomach is not as tall as me. He could not physically fit all of me into his body. It wouldn't work. It doesn't make sense. Maybe none of my snakes are big enough right now to eat me. But what about in the future when my reticulated python, Hennessy, gets somewhere between 15, 20, 25 feet? Then they're gonna eat you. Wrong. Reason number 3, snakes are not used to having to eat something, oh my gosh, she's so big, with broad shoulders. Our shoulders present a huge issue for snakes trying to eat us. Our shoulders are wide and broad. They don't have to eat anything in the wild that fits that criteria. Everything that they're eating is going to be birds, which don't have our broad shoulders. It folds to the side and it makes it for easy swallowing. Or they're quadrupedal. They walk on the ground. Their legs are going to go whatever way their legs are going to go. Our shoulders present a large challenge for snakes. They can't eat our shoulders. It's true that maybe a large snake, a wild large snake, could eat a small child or a small woman in the wild if that person was in the wrong place at the wrong time. However, our shoulders do present a huge issue, and it is not the choice meal for snakes to try to get our shoulders down. My final point, and I don't think that this has been studied or that this is scientifically proven, this is just something that I think makes sense, but if a snake, its whole captive life, and maybe its parents' whole captive life, has been fed frozen, thawed, so not alive, dead, rodents, why would there be a switch to all of a sudden eating live humans? So again, the snake is accustomed to eating something that is not living and is a rodent. I can't see a reason for them to switch to something that is alive and is human when they have never associated food with those two things. So if my pets have always associated food with the scent of dead rodents, there's no reason for them to get confused and associate me, a live human, for a food item. Hopefully I busted myth number 1 for you. I'm looking forward to bust more in the future. If you have reptile myths or husbandry care that you'd like for me to bust, please leave them in the comments. My Instagram DMs are always open. If you have any issues with the video I just made, I am open to conversation. I definitely believe there is more than one correct way to do things, and I believe that there is more than one correct way to believe or see things. I am by no means the know-it-all of reptiles. I do know a lot, but I know I'm not 100% correct all of the time. So thank you for watching this potentially controversial topic. We'll have more coming up in the following weeks.